You're going to want to watch that movie, y'all. This is Pet Sematary on Sneaker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at these!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at these!
No more hangers!
It stinks.
Hangers!
Get to the chopper! Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Sneaker Madness, the podcast about bad movies for bad movie lovers by bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me are always Sam and Jackie. It's Nonsensical November, our part 2 this month. Jackie's pick in Stephen King's horrific fright fest, Pet Sematary. Because it's not Pet Sematary, it's Pet Sematary.
Sematary.
Oh, that was one of my questions.
Sematary.
Why is it spelled wrong?
Why is it spelled wrong? Do we have any fucking idea?
Because only children drew the headstones at the Pet Cemetery.
So they just
So
didn't-
shouldn't the S be backwards?
Right. That's yeah. Like
They're
yeah.
not that stupid.
Well,
They're just 6.
all right. So children created the Pet Sematary and
Yes.
made the signs for it and the directions and the printing and the painting and the wood crafting and the fencing and the
There's not really any fencing. The
There
wood
is. There's
crafting
a
is
big-
like charcoal on
there-
the.
there's a big fence that
It's
goes
just
around it.
crap.
It's just crap. The whole thing is
Well, there's a
crap.
beaver dam behind it.
Anyways, this is a podcast about bad movies. I think I already said that. Support us on Patreon, please.com. Support us on patreon.com/Sneaker Madness if you want to contribute to the show and make it even better. We got some cool stuff planned and potentially some things.
We're going to shoot Jackie out of a cannon.
We're going to shoot her out of a cannon over the Grand Canyon. It's going to be sweet.
It's only going to be audio, though.
Yeah, you won't actually get to see it because we are just a podcast.
Here's a preview. Boom. Splash. She didn't make it.
Yeah. In the waiting moments after the accident, all she said was, "Did I make it?"
Candy Powers. Yeah, so Stephen King's Pet Sematary, starring Denise Crosby
Denise
from
Crosby.
Star Trek fame, my least favorite Star Trek
and,
character ever.
you know, Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn. What else did Fred Gwynn ever
He's
do?
Monsters.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, he's the dad.
Yeah, good call.
He's famous.
He's a big deal. Monsters was on for a while.
Nobody else really did anything, though, right?
Denise Crosby.
Well, other than Star Trek.
Well, the little boy did some stuff. He was in Full House.
Yeah, he was John Stamos and the ladies, whatever her name was, their kid that Bob Saget had to raise by himself because John Stamos was busy working.
As a rock star,
Right.
something like that.
I have no idea what their jobs were. 1989, big deal, classic horror film.
Fences had not been invented yet.
What fences? Right, that's true.
That's
What-
why the show Picket Fences in the 90s was so popular.
'Cause it
Like,
kept
picket
children safe.
fences. You don't get hit by trucks anymore.
Sam, what have you found out about Pet Sematary?
Yeah, no, I mean, it made $60 million against a $15 million budget. So again, it's the same thing as like these other Stephen King movies. It has amazing reception, despite the fact that when you go back and look at it, you go, people were rushing to the theater to see this?
Right. At what point were they frightened?
I don't know, were they, I guess they were entertained.
Yeah, it's seriously entertaining, but it's seriously stupid and at no point frightening. Like, I guess maybe Gage, his little face could be considered a little frightening, but don't forget Chucky. Chucky's been around for a little while at this point in time. Like, I think Child's Play 2 was already out. So the idea of this small little cherub-esque evil holding knives and killing people, it wasn't like the first time people had seen that.
But it was the first time they'd ever seen him putting on the Ritz.
Well,
Right.
I mean, Children of the Damned
And Children of the
is
Damned.
way fucking scarier, and the kids don't run around dressed up like dolls and stab people.
Right.
That's what makes them sort of more scary, is they're just fucking kids.
So what was the draw to this? Just that Stephen King's name was on
Stephen King's name was on it.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And then everybody went and saw it, and some people liked it because it was stupid, and other people... I actually did think it was scary when I was 12.
Right. Okay.
But it was only because the cat was kind of scary.
Yeah, the cat really stole the show. Again,
it's-
another cat movie.
Yeah, it's no Clovis, but
No.
Church is a good actor, cat.
Yeah, why not? I think that's what Stephen King does well with cats.
Yeah, this is Jackie's second Stephen King movie in a row, both starring a cat.
This one isn't really starring a cat. This one's starring a lifeless actor.
Right.
The cat is definitely should have gotten, I don't know, maybe third billing.
Yeah. Church, the cat. He's no Clovis.
I don't know. What else did Dale Midkiff do, this guy that's the lead? He looks familiar. You've seen him screw stuff up before, but I was just like,
I think he's
what
on,
was it?
I want to say he was on some kind of like medical show,
Maybe.
like as a doctor or
Oh, yeah.
ambulance
I
driver
know.
or something like that.
I know where he was a medical doctor in this movie. You're thinking of this movie.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a medical doctor in this movie.
Right.
He was also in Scrubs.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in an episode of Scrubs.
Oh, an episode. Oh, okay.
An episode. Which one?
An episode. Good for
Oh,
him.
my stomach pain.
What?
Just thinking about this poor guy. It don't get no better. Don't get no worse. The Maid and this movie.
Yep. She had stomach pain, and then she hung herself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Jackie. Yeah, I don't know. He reminds me of the brother in Wings, but that's about as good as I can do for.
No, it's not Brian from Wings.
No, not Brian.
Because Brian from Wings was, of course, who they chose to do Stephen King's The Shining.
Mhm.
Because no one will be more frightening than Brian from Wings.
Ah, the horror.
Yeah, like NBC's like, oh, we're really going to scare people. It's really going to rattle some cages. We got Brian from Wings, and then somebody spit coffee across the room. Like, wait, Brian from Wings is going to scare us?
Is Lowell gonna play Scatman Carruthers' role?
Yeah, exactly.
Gouda, is it February already?
Whoa, I'm going to go work on these airplanes, even though this isn't the movie I'm in right now.
And then Helen is the little boy.
And the wife is Roy. It should have just done...
How do we know so much about Wings?
Wings was on for like 10 years. It was a great show.
You and I are the only people that liked it.
I thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
Antonio? He had his own show. Monk was Antonio was Monk. Yeah.
I never even watched a single
What?
episode of that. I have no idea what you guys were talking about.
Yeah, it's a show about a couple pilots on Nantucket Island.
Mm-hmm. There once was a couple brothers from Nantucket.
One of them fucked up Stephen King real bad.
All right, let's talk about Pet Sematary. Are you guys ready to get into this?
Yes.
Right. So, Pet Sematary sucks because that's what we open up on. And it sucks. Like, this place cannot exist because it's literally made by children. And it's old. It's been there since the 20s.
Yeah.
It's as old as I can date. But all of the fucking tombstones are wood.
With charcoal on them, and the rain has done nothing to them.
And nothing. And it's made up in like a circle formation. Like there's rings of dead pets.
So who's like the kingpin, do you think? Whiskers is in the middle?
Like the greatest pet of all
The
time?
first
gets
one?
the
Because it
middle
looks like
spot?
there's like the king of all dead pets is
Oh,
in
you
the
don't
middle
think...
of the ring.
so they build from the out.
Yeah, they go from the center out.
Oh, I don't think that at all because it's all overgrown with trees and shit. So they don't have any room. They couldn't put more pets in if they just kept expanding.
It's like
How long
Arlington.
does-
They just go on top of each other now.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. How long does it take for a cat to decompose?
Well, yeah, but
I mean, you give it 10 years, you could probably use the spot again.
so what, do you just use the same tombstone made out of wood? You just charcoal somebody else's
You
name
just
over it?
scratch
Yeah,
out
you s-
Fluffy's name and put scratches on there.
Yeah, all the crap they write about him it's interchangeable. We loved him so. We just scratch out patches and put on whiskers. It's fine.
Yeah.
Biffer.
Biffer. He had a good
Biffer.
sniffer.
He couldn't stop getting the worms.
Yeah, it's not a nice place, but nearby on the same property, I think.
It's like their backyard, I guess,
Right.
like right on the edge of it. Because
The-
it shows the path, and the path leads to some trees that are an acre and a half away.
Uh-huh.
And I just assume that this pet cemetery is just on the other side of those trees.
That's what I would assume too.
Yeah.
That's the ring of trees that you cross through and into Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. Whereas if you have to go further to the other place, that's actually on the other side of Middle Earth.
Right, indeed. You have to go all the way through Mordor.
Yeah.
But this family moves in to this new property who they apparently never looked at ever because they never saw this fucking path and was like, hey, is that our property or not, realtor? Oh, well, don't worry about that. It's just that's somebody else's problem. And then you look at the title later and you're like, oh, that's on my property. I got the pet cemetery. That's gross.
Yep.
I'm to assume that this guy bought this house when he went down for the job interview and got it.
The job interview? What job?
I'm doing some backstory. Shut up.
Okay, all right.
And so
She's doing exposition for Stephen King.
Right.
In
So-
place
You're
of.
helping.
he got a job and he was like, yeah, I'm going to take it. And then he was like, well, I need a house. This one looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Yeah, it has enough bedrooms.
Yeah.
Like,
You just
He-
drive by.
he only
then
had an
point.
afternoon to buy this place. And so he really didn't look around.
They didn't even slow down to stop. He just said, yeah, that looks good.
Well, you got to keep going, otherwise you'll get your ass run over by trucks.
Outside of this house is the truckin' superhighway.
This is the trucking racetrack. This is like the stomping grounds for the most elite truckers ever.
The only thing that this road function as is a road to these two houses that live across the street from each other and an unknown destination for truckers who cannot slow down.
And you get one shot where you see where they're coming from, and it's up a hill, too.
Right.
But you don't go fast down hills in a truck. These guys do.
Well, how do you know that that's where they're coming from? Maybe that's where they're going to. Or like
No,
they
that's
came
because
from.
you actually see a truck come down the hill, barreling down it, and then go past the house.
Right, but who knows which direction is the start of truckers and not?
It
Because
doesn't really matter.
It doesn't
It's
really
a
matter, but
circuit.
they
This
just
is the Nürburgring for truckers.
Yeah, because they're
Just a
only
big
going
circle.
they're only going one way. If you notice, if you watch this film, the trucks only go one way.
Yeah, they do.
downhill as fast as they
As
fucking
fast as
can.
they fucking can.
Is there like a game? Like, let's see how I brought it up to 78 right by them houses.
Yeah, this is sort of like the third tier of NASCAR. Before they had the truck series, they had the NASCAR trucking series
Right.
outside of this house.
It's fucking at no point. If you're moving in there, would you be like, I've got little kids and a pet. This seems right. This seems right. These truckers are fine. It's not a fucking problem at all. And even if the house was like the deal of the fucking century, step one would be to fucking call the cops and be like, look, we got a trucker problem out here. Can you guys come one time? Just one time
But then-
and ticket some of these guys.
The sheriff would get right back on you.
And
Be like, no, these truckers got a you problem. These guys are busting their ass out there. You don't have what it takes. These guys have what it takes. They're coming down that mountain at 93 miles an hour in a semi full of gasoline. I want to see you try it.
what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna write you a ticket for being an asshole.
Or step two, build a fucking fence.
Yeah, the fence thing
could
was.
be one thing to do.
Yeah.
I told you fences were not invented yet.
They're apparently not in 1989. Like, because it's one thing if you want to like have the front of your house open view of the road and
Sure.
like, you know, but you could have a backyard fence and that's where you could do stuff. That's like where you let the cat out and the children to play and stuff. They're fenced in. It's called a fence.
It was back in 27. We made the town charter. Well, Steve made a mistake. He wanted it to be an open community, and we outlawed fences.
There's no fences.
We
yeah.
did never outlaw fast trucking, though. We wanted that fast trucking.
So they come in, Doctor family, Lewis and
Yeah.
his wife Denise Crosby, whose name I have no idea, and their two children. One of
Rachel,
them,
Rachel.
Okay, Rachel.
Creed. I know. I remembered their names.
Yeah.
This is very rare that I remember anyone's names
Do you
from these
think their
movies
last
that we
name
watched.
Creed means anything?
Yeah, their third undead child actually won the championship in the last boxing match.
No, not that. I wasn't going for that.
Oh, okay.
Cats reanimated.
Well, I was thinking like religious, like creed.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just kind of a weird theory.
Well, I don't know. It stands out to me. Creed. The name Creed.
Our creed is to undead our children.
Right.
Yep.
So this little girl who stinks at acting real bad.
And she's hideous to watch.
Yeah, her
She's
hair
not-
sucks.
She's not a pretty little girl.
Well, her face might be fine, but her hair is just it's a janitor's mop is what it is. But anyway, she's out playing on a tire swing. And she's like, "Hey, everybody, look at me. Aren't I cool?" And everybody's like, "Well, not really. We wish we'd left you in Chicago." But she's like, "There's a path over here." And then the branch splits and she falls on her fucking ass.
Yeah. This is actually a cautionary tale to young families.
Don't swing
you
on
can't just let your kids do everything they want. Just,
Right.
oh, do whatever, go wherever, have whatever.
Yeah, don't wear seatbelts.
Just get out of the car, do whatever.
Here, sit
That
on
one's
my
headed
lap.
for the road. The other one is in a death trap immediately. That's what happens. You actually have to keep an eye on them.
Skioring. Remember that? You know, you slap a sled to the back of a pickup truck and drag your children around the neighborhood.
I thought it was called hookie bobbing.
Well, hooky
yeah, it's
bob-
called hooky
What's
bobbing.
skioring. Skioring's something dangerous too.
Skioring?
Yeah.
Yeah, oar skis.
Oar and skis.
Like an oar instead of ski poles.
Hmm.
That doesn't sound that dangerous.
No.
But you know what's fucked up is that last winter I actually saw one of our neighbors hooky bobbing his kids.
Yes, which is the most dangerous thing on the fucking planet.
Who hasn't done it in this room?
It was a different time back
The
then.
80s were totally
It was-
just different.
Yeah,
Sam.
we were.
You don't understand.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, this was, when
No.
it was still okay to blow smoke in your child's face.
Or-
so
To take the radio flyer wagon, turn the handle around, and try to use it as a reverse steering wheel while going down a 60 grade dirt hill.
Right.
exactly.
So, Gage, the little diaper kid, how old is this kid? About 3, you think?
I'm thinking 3.
Yeah. He walks into the most dangerous road in America, and the neighbor catches him. Crandall, played by Fred Gwynn.
His name's Judd.
Judd Crandall.
Judd Crandall.
Name's Judd.
No, his name is Crandall.
Don't church it up, dirt.
It's Crandall.
I
Judd.
guess is
His-
where we should get hung up on what we
Yeah.
should call
Exactly.
talking like this
What's
guy.
The
I
deal
know.
there.
He's the star of the show.
He's the only actor in the picture.
Boy, does he act.
He does better than everybody else.
Yeah,
Oh,
shut up.
God.
Except for, Denise Crosby does one thing, right?
Look blankly?
It's this chemical reaction that happens in my pants.
What? You think she's hot?
Yeah.
She is not hot.
Really?
She is gross.
Oh,
She stinks.
Does she make the time machine hit list?
no.
No.
Not
Good
really, no.
Lord.
Uh-uh.
Ugh. You can keep her. Ugh. All right, so Crandall comes over and catches him. And, watch out for that road. That's a dangerous road. Get used to that accent from all of us for the rest of the podcast.
Well, the only other member of the townsfolk actually talks like him,
Right.
the maid. So
Right.
that's just the accent of wherever the fuck this place
Maine.
is.
It's supposed to be Maine.
Huh.
The film takes place just north of Stephen King's home
Really?
in Bangor, Maine. Yeah.
Banger Maine?
Bangor, Maine.
Huh.
Actual place where Stephen King lives.
That's probably why the trucks go so fast.
Got to get to Bangor.
I think there's a joke there, but I'm not sure.
I think I just told it.
Yeah, that's maybe that's it.
Step on it. We got to get to Bangor.
Yeah.
It's gonna Bangor first.
Yeah. This is
when you enter the town, they have like one of those ribbons that they like you run
that says
through.
"Welcome, Harvey Weinstein."
Right.
Oh.
You're the first to Bangor.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yep. They only sell hammers. Hold her down, I'll bang her. When you're putting stuff together. That's what you say. God damn it.
I'm the one that tells bad jokes. Yeah. All right, so the little kid's like, "Hey, what's the deal with this path? We don't know if it's on our property or not because we never fucking once called somebody ever. And he's like, oh, that path, yeah, that path has a story. I'll tell you sometime, but not right now because I'm fucking weird as shit in this movie.
You don't want to go down there. Not yet. Not till I take you down there.
Yeah. My motivations are going to get really questionable here shortly.
I think he's actually one of the easier ones to figure out motivation-wise.
Okay.
He's drunk all the time.
That's not going to work.
I just think he didn't creep me out at all. He's just the
He's
typical
not
small
creepy,
town
Jackie.
neighbor.
I'm not saying he's creepy. I'm saying his motivations don't work.
Well, he's a little sketchy, yeah.
No, just zip it.
The power of Budweiser compels me.
So that night, he tells Joe that the path leads to the pet cemetery, and because of the damn road, like it was filled with all the pets because of that damn road over there. You know, see that with the truckers going up and down it all the goddamn time. And then he talks funny too, like he has sayings. I can't remember any of them, but like I don't know.
The pathway to a man's heart is through the top of this bottle. Product placement, Budweiser.
Well, he tells Joe to cut his cat's nuts off because then the cat won't wonder. You know, a cat with balls, he'll go gallivanting around town and cross that road and get smushed. So you don't want that. So take those balls.
That's right, because if you take a cat's balls, it immediately embarrasses them, and they stay on your property.
Yeah, he'll be real ashamed.
Yeah.
He won't come over here. Be like, look, neighbor, I don't have any balls anymore. He doesn't want to tell me that. Furthest thing from his mind right now is sharing his castration.
Cut off his nuts. Tell him it was my idea. He won't come over here. He'll just just stare at me from the other side of the road. Be like, fuck you, old man. I like those nuts.
And this was all just to avoid cat crap in his front yard.
Well, if that's like, so you're saying that he doesn't give a shit about the cat at all, like it's life. He just doesn't want cat poo on his yard.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, keep that cat over there.
Okay, all right. So what you're telling me is that we need one of these roads to keep all the neighbor cats out of our yard.
We just need to start capturing them and cutting their nuts off and then dumping them off in somebody else's property.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds pretty mean.
So the next day he takes them all there in the morning. Like, let's go for a walk. We're gonna go check out the pet cemetery. Come on, family. And that makes the daughter worry like a lot about the cat dying because there's all these old pets and stuff. I don't want it to die. God's gonna take my cat. He should get his own.
Meanwhile, God is sitting there going, bitch, I don't want your fucking cat. It poops in my yard.
Doesn't even have any fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's a mangled cat. Thanks a lot, lady.
So at university, because that's his job.
Yeah, he's the doctor of the university.
One time, he's the doctor of the university.
Yep.
Until he got fired on that tragic, tragic day.
Well, he needs to because a kid has been also hit by the truckers.
They don't have a speed limit by the university either.
Which, if it's in the university, it's in a big town.
Justin.
What?
The reason that they skimmed over this is that the kid was actually hit from the CDL classes that are just on the other side of the university. They just started that program.
Oh.
And they were like, oh, fuck. Steve, don't stop or you'll miss points on the drill. And they were like, carry that asshole over to the doctor.
I see.
Your pull time's your pull time. If you're not there on time, your fucking ass is out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you don't get your CDL. You fail the class. You take it again. That's why they didn't stop.
So are you saying that the kid died during a CDL class test, or he died from a trucker on his way to CDL class?
I actually did visit the campus of the University of North Maine's trucking school.
Oh, yes, of
for
course.
race trucking.
Right, of course.
And
for research for this episode.
For research for the purposes of this podcast.
That's what happens when you donate on patreon.com. You can
get to
finance
send me
Sam's research.
My research. Well, oddly enough, the freshmen are actually have to run the gauntlet of trucks before they can even get their license.
Gauntlet of trucks.
So there's, the minor circuit truck racing. And that involves, trying to run over the plebes, as it were. So
Yeah,
the freshmen actually just dodge trucks.
It's freshman hazing.
It is, yeah. When you're a sophomore, you finally get to get behind the wheel, but you're just dodging trucks that whole first year. And then you got to take English like everybody else.
Is there like Horn 101? Like you take a semester of like how the horn
You don't even
works?
get to pull the rope until you're a junior.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's 201.
No. That's only to warn other truckers, right?
Right.
'Cause if you're barreling down the hill and there's civilians there, you're just counting the points.
CB 110.
Yeah. That's actually a master's degree if you want to.
Oh, the CEO.
Yeah, old Jack Burton.
Jack Burton.
Bro, Big Trouble Little China, because
Right.
he's always on the CB telling bullshit stories.
He had to
He's
get
got
master's
he's
for-
got a PhD in race trucking.
All right, so this kid gets ran over and his brain's coming out. And they take him into the doctor and he's like, "Well, what am I supposed to do about it?"
He's like calling the ambulance. And they're like,
Right.
you are the ambulance.
He's at the hospital.
Yeah. It's the university clinic room.
He's in a surgery room though. They've got like the x-rays on the wall and like a bunch of equipment behind him and like one of those beep, beep, beep machines.
He's really only checked out to like cut corns off people's toes.
Yeah, okay. So he just is like, all right, go get an ambulance. I'm going to hang out here and close all the curtains with this dead kid. And
He tried to give him some oxygen.
no, he didn't.
Yes,
Yeah,
he did. He put the
he's-
thing over his face and squeezed it 3 times.
And then he closed his eyes like, well, that's all I can do.
They close the curtain and he just goes, never gets any easier. And the
Right.
kid actually wakes up and he's like, you fucking asshole, I'm not dead yet.
Right.
He's like, I told my wife that I was not going to have anything more than a spraying today.
Yeah.
So the dead kid, whose name is Pascal, we find out later, he says, the soul of a man's heart is stonier, Lewis.
Stonier.
Stonier. Shouldn't it be more stony? To get
Should ask, okay, here's an obscure.
Stephen King?
Here's an obscure joke.
Hmm.
Ask Neil Diamond. It's like 7th album, I believe, is called The Stones.
It's pretty bad.
Yep.
It's a long ways.
Oh,
Long ways away.
yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't very funny.
No.
May need a hitch a ride to Bangor, Maine to get that joke, Sam.
I just came from there.
It's a long ways
Yeah.
away from where I can get to. And then he says, I'll come for you. And dies. And Lewis is like, okay.
All he wants to know is not, are you okay? Just, how do you know my name?
Yeah, how do you know my
Yeah.
name? Because it says right there, Dr. Lewis Creed.
It says on the wall, on that plaque over there, on your name tag, shit, anyone knows your name.
I heard somebody say, oh, crap, we got to get him to Dr. Lewis.
Plus 8 people live here, and you just moved here, and everyone was like, hey, Lewis Creed, the doctor, is moving here, so we all know you.
Our university finally has a fucking doctor, and his name is Dr. fucking Lewis Creed. Anyways, he comes for him at night in his bed. He's like, come on, I got something to show you. And the doctor's like, all right, fine. Why are we in the basement? I don't know, but let's warp to the outside. They go into the basement, and then all of a sudden they're outside. I have no idea what that's all about. But anyways, they go down the path, down to Sematary, and he's like, don't go past the barrier. Woo! The ground is sour.
Oh, yucky.
Plus, the beavers have spent a lot of time on this dam, and they don't need you walking on it, fat ass.
What is the barrier?
The Beaver Dam.
The beaver dam.
That's the best we're gonna do.
It's a Beaver Dam.
It
It just isn't on a river.
okay? What is Stephen King trying to tell us it is? Is he trying to say that this barrier was put in place by the spirits of the Native Americans?
I think it was put there by beavers.
So it's just a dam of. Then how is there magical properties to it?
It's a land dam.
Yeah, the beaver ghost did it.
Ghost beavers?
Yeah.
Ghost beavers.
Ghost beavers. Dun, dun,
I
dun.
can see I'm not going to get much help from you.
Beavers.
No. It's why you got to create a barrier from the. You thought the trucks were dangerous. North Main land sharks.
Don't go past the barrier. There's all sorts of things that'll eat you up there.
Yep.
So I guess they've been living there for a little while, and Thanksgiving comes. Jeggy, nice
Thanks.
job on
She somehow pulled it
turkey
out of her
movie.
hat again.
I know.
We
You're
all-
welcome.
We all had the odds stacked against her that she was going to be able to find a goddamn Thanksgiving movie, and she did.
sort of
Ah,
It's
well,
as close as you can get.
one scene that's on Thanksgiving.
yeah, but
Okay.
it counts.
Two.
Totally counts.
2 scenes.
Yeah,
So
because at the parents' house.
she leaves. Crosby leaves with the kids to go to her folks, and he's like, "Oh, you just go. Don't worry. I'm just gonna do some things." What is he gonna do? Because the plot of the movie has not started at this point.
I think he's just pussing out because her parents don't like him.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a couple of things that he's realized about his new situation.
Mhm.
Those 2 things are that the neighbor always has Budweiser.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's just going to go over there and drink Judd's beer
I'm gonna get shit faced with my neighbor.
rather than hang out with your dad.
It seems like I shouldn't cross this road when I've been drinking for some reason. I don't know.
He just sleeps on Judd's couch. Fuck it.
Yeah, I guess
Kids are gone at that point, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Okay.
And this point in this scene makes no sense to me when she's like, "My parents didn't want me to marry you
Because
because you're a fucking loser who has
Yeah.
an MD."
This is North Maine. If you're not a race trucker, you're fucking nothing.
I don't have time for no pussy ass
Yeah.
doctor.
I mean, because he would have settled for a land shark hunter. But.
I gotta get these Coors Lights across the Mississippi line.
Coors Light.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is a
even know what
Budweiser
that
movie.
is. This is North Maine. This is Budweiser City.
It's the plot of fucking
Smokey and the Bandit.
you jackass.
I know, but in reality, they don't have Coors in Maine.
No, they don't. They have Olympia.
Budweisers.
Budweiser.
Well, he has them.
And Natural Bohemian. Shout out to the East Coast. Yeah. Natty Bo, come get some. Woo. It's good stuff.
All
As I
right, so Crandall calls. And he's like, I've got some bad news. I found a cat on my front yard. I believe it's your little girl's. Okay, I'll come over there. So they go over there.
Bring a spatula.
Bring a fucking spatula. Because they fucking peel this cat off his yard.
It's been there good. Been standing on that cat for 2 days.
Yeah, why didn't you call earlier?
Yeah, that cat's been dead for a
A
while.
while.
And
Use
it's
some lacquer
frozen
dust.
to the ground.
Use lacquer to stick it to the grass. Cat's not going anywhere.
Well, I tried to use it for Halloween decorations, but then I realized it was a real cat.
Hit it with a shovel until I got tired. Got tired pretty fast.
It's in his yard. It's not on the fucking road.
No.
This cat did not die from truckers.
No.
Died from drunk guy.
It did from drunk guy.
Like, hey there, cat. It's like your nuts are still there. Whap! Shovel.
I told you not to poop in my yard.
So Lewis is like, he's like, well, what are you going to do with that cat? Lewis is like, I don't know yet. I guess tell her, whatever.
When I
whatever
finally get it
parents
peeled
do.
off the ground,
Right.
I'll stick it in this bag and figure it out.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just going to stick it in the garage.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Whatever. Dude, I don't care what Lewis is going to do, but what I do care about is that Crandall's asking him, what are you going to do with that cat? Because I got me an idea.
Been drinking Budweiser since 7:30 this morning, and I'm ready to go for a walk. How about you?
He wants to fucking bury it in Pet Cemetery, past Pet Cemetery, past the barrier, which is on top of a fucking mountain that takes them all day to climb.
Yes.
And at
It's
the top,
on the other side of Middle Earth.
and at the top is an Indian burial mount.
Right, that if you stand on it and talk, everything echo,
Yeah,
echo,
it's the
echo,
echo.
echoes.
Yeah, right. Even though it's not walled in at all.
No.
That's what makes it fucking magical and spooky.
Yeah, right. So they bury the cat. They bury Church up there. And because at this point, Lewis has no fucking clue about what the deal is with this Indian burial ground.
Yep.
Just well, let's bury him up there. Why? At what point do you stop while you're holding a fucking garbage bag with your dead cat in it, climbing a goddamn mountain and led by a fucking crazy ass old man
Who's drunk.
and go, you know what? I'm out.
Uh-huh.
I'm done. We have been going for 1 hour, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got 17 more to go.
Yeah. Well, you can tell that this guy's an asshole because when he puts on his hat, he can't wear a baseball cap. He sort of rested on the top of his head.
Oh, sure.
So now that he's outside with this other guy, he's like, well, I can't let him know that I don't know anything about being outside.
And I can't be left alone because I'll be eaten by bears.
Yes.
So my only hope for survival is to follow this crazy old man wherever that may lead me, even though it's across Middle Earth.
And I can't buy my own beers.
Hey, Mount Doom.
Yeah. I have to drop the ring in the volcano, you see.
Hold on. We got to take a pit stop at Mount Doom.
I heard the story from the king under the mountain.
Do you want to make for the pass of Caradras first, or you want to go under the mountain?
I don't think that baseball cap's gonna work on those mountains. Too tall.
There's an ill voice on the mountains. It's mine.
That's why they didn't get Fred Gwynn and went to, do Gandalf.
Saruman? I think he would make a better Saruman.
Saruman? Gandalf, how you doing? I'll go back over there now.
As sweet as of man as Fred Gwynn is, I think I bet you Christopher Lee could beat his ass.
They're both really tall.
Yeah.
They're both real tall guys.
Wasn't Christopher Lee
He's a
former,
SOE, yeah.
Yeah.
Before there was SAS, he was one of those guys.
Yeah. That's how he got the role of Saruman.
Commandos.
Beat up Fred Gwynn.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. All right, so we're almost there. No, you've been saying that for fucking 2 hours now. And they bury him up there.
It takes Lewis 6.5 hours to dig a hole the size of a cat.
Now, when he digs this hole, he has a pitchfork. Not a pitchfork, a pickaxe.
Yes.
And he hits the ground, and it goes ching, and sparks fly out, like he's digging into stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point when you just go, what the fuck, old man? And
What
just grab your cat and go down the hill.
What the fuck are we doing, old man?
He's just giving him some rope, and Lewis is hanging himself with said rope. Hey, Lewis turned to him and like, can I just set the cat here? He's like, yeah, you can just set the cat there. Got some whiskey, yeah.
So what did he do? Did he dig up stones
He found a soft spot and shoved the cat in it.
There's no soft spot in stone.
There was a spot that wasn't rocky.
Oh, all right. Whatever. So the next day, he's out raking leaves.
This shithead can't wear a baseball cap, and he can't rake leaves. He just moves them around a little bit and calls it good.
Leaves.
Yep. Oh.
I'm done for the day. And he goes in, puts the rake away, and sure as shit, Church is alive in his garage, and he's like, and he doesn't look bad or.
He looks pretty good.
He doesn't look like he got hit by a fucking semi or an old man's shovel.
Or was glued to the grass at one point.
Or was glued to the grass. He just looks like a fucking cat that got buried under some rocks.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this movie's trying to tell us about the reanimated dead, because that just seems like a cat to me.
And then the cat doesn't scratch him until he like curls him into a ball, puts his thumb up the cat's ass, and shakes it. Like any cat will scratch you at that point. It doesn't take an evil one.
Right. Yeah. So it claws him in the face after being tortured by a human, which any cat will do. Crandall's like, well, yeah, here's what happened. See, my dog Spot, he died. And I buried him up yonder up on the mountain at the Indian burial ground, and he came back to life, and he was like fucking Cujo, also written by Stephen King. So I had to hit him with the shovel twice, and then I drank a bunch of whiskey, and then I buried him at the pet cemetery.
Cemetery. After I lacquered him to my lawn and stood on him for 2 days. It's kind of fun. You should try it.
Yeah, he was part of the nativity scene. Christmas of 54.
Got some whiskey here.
So he knew that the reanimated dead that are buried at the Indian burial ground, because it's not the pet cemetery, are bad. They're evil. They're possessed. They're not the same thing. Once something's dead, it should probably stay dead. Then why the fuck did you make me bury my kid? Why did you take me up there, asshole?
Some things are so fucked up, you have to share it with somebody else just so you have somebody to talk to about it. Got some whiskey here.
Whiskey. This whiskey's fucked up. It's Jim Beam.
Okay. Wow. Choosy guy is not buying any whiskey or beer.
So he's just an asshole. And then Lewis is like, anybody ever buried a person? He's like, dear God, no. Jesus, why would you ever ask something like that?
Oh.
Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. So Lewis has had a pretty hard day of drinking whiskey with Crandall and burying a cat.
Exactly. Because that's all that it really matters. Like, whatever really happens, it always ends with Lewis crossing the street and getting fucked up with the guy that lives across the street. Like whatever sort of message there's supposed to be here, it ends up with, I shouldn't have done all these things, but at the same time, I'm just going to go get fucked up with Judd. I don't care.
I got nothing else going on. I don't even know if I have a job at this point.
He's probably going to take up smoking, too.
Yeah, I would.
You hang out long enough.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
So he takes a bath.
Calgon, take me away.
Men don't do that.
Yeah, man, don't really
No.
take baths. I have once or twice in my adult, but it's mostly because I don't have a hot tub. Like, it's like a shitty attempt to, and I just fart a lot to like try to
Ooh.
make bubbles. Massage my back because I don't have a hot
There
tub.
wasn't enough poo particles in the water yet.
Put some bath salts in there and go fucking crazy.
Yeah. Put the bath salt in your bath, not in your nose.
Eat my arm a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes a bath, and Church, the cat, throws a rat at him. Just because
It's like, here, buddy.
he chucks a rat at his face.
Yeah, maybe he dropped it. Who's to say?
How would he drop it? He was hanging from the ceiling. It hits him in the face.
It's Lionel Richie's cat.
He was up there dancing around with it, and he's like, oh, oops.
Can I have that back? This is my dance partner. We're having a
training
party.
for cats on the
The
ceiling.
deleted scene is him going over to hang out with Judd, and Lionel Richie's already over there.
He's like, how's that cat working out?
Yeah.
Oh, what a feeling. So
Hello, is it me that you were looking for?
So the family comes home, and the kid thinks that Church smells pretty bad and needs a bath. Like, this cat stinks. Well, that's because he's dead, honey.
Yeah, or he's been hanging out with me and Judd. It smells like whiskey.
Stale cigarettes.
Yeah. Marlboro Reds and Budweiser all over the cat.
He was the spittoon there for one night when we got a can of chew. So
Thing is, with that evil cat, get him full of Budweiser. It's not so bad.
then the neighbor lady offs herself.
She's the housekeeper.
Oh yeah.
So
She's in this movie.
she's in this movie.
She has really bad stomach pains, and the doctor offers to look at her, and she's like, no. And then her solution is,
She had kidney stones.
Said cancer on her suicide note.
Why?
It scribbled something. I couldn't read the whole thing. It said like scribble, cancer, scribble.
I can't live with the pain anymore.
Yeah.
What does this have to do with anything?
I cannot tell you. I could not connect this to the rest of the movie if I fucking tried. Unless it was his daughter, and it's not, because he says nothing about it after that.
Because the only thing that it contributes to, it does, sort of.
Okay.
Denise Richards, she
Denise
takes her
Richards.
top off
Yep.
and makes out with another lady in a
Mhm.
pool.
And then I pushed pause for 3 minutes.
And then like tried to like rewind just a little bit,
Little
see if I
bit,
could get a better
like,
angle.
is it less blurry if
Can
I
I-
go back 2 frames?
What if I change the contrast? Can I brighten it up a little?
Yeah.
Okay. So Denise Crosby she's choked up about this maid's death,
Yeah.
which prompts her to tell Lewis about her sister,
Who was a Ferengi?
who was a Ferengi.
What's a Ferengi?
Star Trek.
They're the
There's 2 people from Star Trek in this movie.
the conservators of the economy throughout the Star Trek Federation.
The laissez-faire species say.
So it's a vehicle to tell a story about her past, but there is 1,000 other ways you could do it rather than the maid kills herself.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal. Maybe
She could just wake up with night sweats. Fuck it.
right, do that. What the fuck? Anyways, so her sister had spinal meningitis and turned into a fucking monster, and she was like, I want you to die. No, I want you to die. Blah, 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 blah. And so she does die, and Denise Richards is like God damn it.
I think they fucked this up because
No, I
meningitis
just
kills
fucked it
you.
up. I said Denise Richards again.
Denise Richards.
Yeah.
Yep. Denise Richards is apparently filling your head. Oh, Denise Richards.
I love you.
Love you so
I
much.
don't.
Hey.
She stings.
Justin's secret crush.
Mm-mm.
But
She's
meningitis
fine.
is a fast killer.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do a good job with that.
No, they did
Pick
not.
something else.
So she feels bad because she was laughing when she died, and when she laughs when she dies, she runs past her goon family.
The O'Doyles were there.
I thought those were the neighbor kids.
The neighbor kids just let themselves in and
Sure.
stare at the fucking walls whenever
Yeah.
they want.
They're like, hey.
Well, she's probably out there playing hopscotch and was like, I have a freak sister.
No, she's not playing hopscotch. She's up there going, I hope you're dead, bitch.
Well, she's probably bragging about her freak sister, and they were like, can we look at her?
Can we poke it with a stick?
Yeah.
Their
Yeah,
parents,
these are stick poker kids.
they are.
Mhm.
But either way, her parents left her alone with her sister who's dying, and the kids just came in.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if second unit just didn't ad-lib this whole thing, and
Right.
they had to cut it in because otherwise you just have Denise Crosby acting in front of the camera. They needed to
Right.
cut away to something, right?
So it's family picnic time. Everybody's having a wonderful afternoon. Sunny, nice, cool summer breeze happening because it was just Thanksgiving and now it's picnic time. Okay.
In Maine, it'd
In
be
Maine,
cold as fuck.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So there's a trucker. He's coming into town and
Yeah.
he's pumping some Ramones.
This is
Sheena
one of
is.
the
Punk
guest
rock, yeah.
instructors at the university
Why is he a guest instructor?
because he drives fast.
Yeah.
They all drive fast.
I know, but he had already graduated the course and bringing back a former champion.
What makes you think that he's
Because we're introduced to him, all these other truckers are just like faceless, fast trucks.
Oh, he's the Obi-Wan of truckers.
Sure, I don't know about Obi-Wan. He's maybe Kit Fisto.
Kid Fisto of truckers. Okay. He's got good taste in music. And the kids are out playing with the kite, and it goes up too high. Oh, it's very high up there, little Gage. And Gage is like, I got the kite. But then he drops it, which prompts Lewis to turn his back on the child and look at his family for a very long time.
Well, because the little girl's like, you're a dumb shit.
Yeah, you're a dipshit, Gage. That's fine.
Thank you.
Why? He's staring at his... Okay, anyway, so Gage runs out into the middle of the road. Nobody's paying attention to him. Oh, the baby! Get the baby!
That
And
road that's there full of fast trucks all the
that
time.
is only filled with speed truckers.
And he would have made it had he not tripped.
Yeah. Oh, shit. He chases after the baby, but he eats shit and the baby gets smushed.
Yeah. He would have made it.
He didn't. The baby also wouldn't have made it because this truck is going fast.
Yeah. Here's what didn't make it that should have.
Mhm.
The truck.
The truck flips after it hits a baby.
Yeah, baby Cage is a superhero. Or was.
Well,
but,
I think he's... for sensitive listeners, you may want to mute this. He's exploded. He has ceased to be.
his head came off.
There is just a red cloud of mist where baby Gage used to be.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
scraping him off the pavement. He is nothing but a pile of goo.
Right. My other serious problem is that there is now we know that these truckers like speed. We
They-
know that they
yeah.
do, but they're not probably murderers. At least not this Kit Fisto of trucking. He likes the Ramones.
Sure.
Murderers don't like the Ramones. They like Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Janie's got a gun. So many good ones.
So many good ones. Murderer.
All right, so he's not a bad guy. He doesn't want to kill baby Gage, and he pulls into a meadow that just happens to have two houses on it. He can see them
Yeah.
for miles
Sure.
before he no point lets off the gas pedal.
No.
Get out of the way, kid.
You know how, like,
Come
on
on.
racetracks, each corner has names?
Uh-huh.
The two houses are the gap.
Right.
You got to shoot the
You
gap.
gotta shoot the gap. No obstacles can get
Yeah.
in your way, even if it's Baby Gage. I don't want to kill Baby Gage,
Yeah.
but I gotta shoot the gap.
Shooting the gap. If you don't hit 110 by the time you get to that first house, you're driving like a pussy.
That's what happened. Is he was Kit Fisto instead of Obi-Wan. So after he shot the gap, the baby had no effect on the truck,
No.
but he couldn't make that power slide into
No.
Quantum Corner,
Mm-hmm.
which is the second piece of that. Yeah, that's how he flipped. Okay, yeah, it all makes sense. See, that's why we do this podcast, is to make sense of all this.
That's why when you're shooting the gap, you got to hit 110, got to keep it under 125.
Right. Otherwise, you won't clear the jump over the chasm.
Dead man's oak tree.
Dead man's oak tree. You got to jump that truck.
The hangar.
Then you got to blast your horn while you're in midair. Sweet.
See, this movie even had something for you. Truckin'.
This movie has everything for me.
It's got a girlfriend for Sam.
It has Denise Richards.
Denise
Yeah.
Crosby, thank you very much.
Crosby's in there.
I'm not going to get real like who likes hotter Denises, but I'm taking the one from Star Trek, douche.
I'm taking the one from Starship Troopers, douche.
Ooh.
All right, they're at the funeral. You know what? I don't want either of them because I'm pretty sure Charlie Sheen put his wiener in both of them. Ugh.
Ew.
Okay, so at the funeral, at the funeral.
Quit laughing. This is a funeral. God.
Right, I'm trying to.
I'm sorry. This is the funniest funeral ever.
At the funeral, there's a fist fight.
This happened because you were inattentive, you stupid shit.
Lewis doesn't even have time to respond. Like, I'm sorry. I think I'm feeling enough pain for myself
Yeah.
right now. What is left of my child is in a box next to me.
Mm-hmm.
He just punches him right in the fucking mouth.
Just starts fucking going after him.
It's awesome.
It's the father-in-law.
Yeah, I know.
And then when he shoves him back, he pushes him into baby Cage's casket,
Right.
which falls, and then you see the little baby hand, and it gets smashed in there.
Right.
Like, well, guess what? He already got hit by a truck that was going fucking 90. His little fingers are probably already fucked up. But I guess I should feel worse. Like, oh, no, that dead baby's little fingers got smashed.
Hilarious. It's the funniest funeral ever. So Crandall comes over. He's like, I know what you're thinking, but don't do that thing that you're thinking. I'll just tell you what you would do if you were going to do that thing that you're
Oh,
thinking.
right.
First, you want to wrap him in plastic. But don't do that. But if you were going to do that, you would want to wrap him in plastic. Make sure his little head's comfortable. When he wakes up, he's gonna be a little grumpy. Dude, why are you telling me this if
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to do it? You're the one planning this in my brain. Crandall is the vehicle of evil.
Yeah.
He's the emissary of Satan.
He doesn't have a TV.
That's true.
That's right. So he has to remember all these weird stories about like Timmy. What was the kid's name? Tim Brighton?
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like that.
Yeah. And how. So this is the part that I don't get. He's telling this story, and he gets to the point where, the wife has said, hey, we need to put a stop to this. That little fucker's breaking a lot of stuff. He's an undead zombie.
No, Timmy ate people, Jackie.
Yeah.
It says that, but then, or it shows us this. Like, he's
He-
eating a child's leg.
Right.
And, that's no turkey leg. But then during the story, it's like the second unit went rogue again.
Again.
Again, the second unit has just gone rogue. And his in the what he's saying, it's like, oh, he was knocking stuff over and being weird to people.
Right.
It's like,
but then
the
why?
second unit just showed him eating a child's leg.
Uh-huh.
That's a little worse than knocking over the end table.
Right. And then the villagers come to his house and burn it to
Burn
the
it
fucking
to the
ground.
fucking ground.
We gotta stop that guy from
Yeah.
knocking shit over.
Yeah, that part I did not get. I'm like, so you didn't bother to, like, I don't know, hit him in the head and drag him out.
Right. Or be like, hey, Mr. Timmy's dad, could you come out of the house for a minute? Then we're gonna burn your house down. No, they fucking kill his dad too.
Yeah.
And is it just me, or does anybody else think that Crandall was there?
He was there.
He was
Yeah.
there. He was one of the guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll burn that house down good.
Well, he doesn't know that. because he has no idea what the second unit has done with his story.
Right. Ugh.
That part, another nonsense moment. Don't just burn the zombie guy, burn down the entire fucking house and everyone in it.
There was a voiceover, though, that in post they tried to like tie the footage together because the dad goes, "Hey, stop knocking stuff over."
That's why they're there to burn his house down.
Yeah. We'll fix that stuff getting knocked over.
By burning it to the
By
ground.
burning it to the ground. Got this little can, fixes a lot of problems. It's called gasoline. Also got some whiskey here.
All right, so the family leaves to Chicago because they're all upset, except for, of course, Lewis.
This is one of my favorite scenes because when Denise Crosby decides to fly, she dresses like a flight attendant.
Right. So Lewis breaks into the cemetery, and he sees the ghost of Roscoe,
Pasco.
Pasco. And
Pascal.
he's like, "Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't dig that little boy up. Don't do it. That's grody." And in Chicago, the kid is dreaming about Pasco as well. Because she wakes up and she's like, "I saw a ghost and his brains were coming out. He was a brain ghost. And he said the dad was going to do something bad. Call him. Make sure he's not going to do something bad." And now Pascal's in Chicago, and
He's just in Chicago. He went with them.
Well, how is he at the cemetery too then?
He's not at the cemetery until he comes back, isn't he?
No, he's at the cemetery saying, "Don't do that."
Oh, well, he's a fucking ghost.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then why does he fly first class in an airplane later, Sam?
He likes, so he saw her get dressed to go on the plane. He's like, "I remember liking flight attendants." So he went with her.
Can I have some more nuts? I'm a ghost.
I died in gym shorts with a semi.
Right.
My
Okay.
brain's coming out.
So Denise Richards is like, "Wait, Pasco.
Denise Richards,
God
huh?
damn it, Denise Crosby."
Denise Richards.
I hate Denise Crosby so much that I just tried to black her out from my brain. So she's like, "Pasco, I gotta call home." She calls Crandall, and he's like, "You're not thinking about coming home, are you? Don't come home." Why doesn't he want her to come?
He
back?
knows what's happened. He's planted the
So
seed.
he wants
That tree's
this
halfway grown.
child to be a reanimated undead.
He doesn't have a TV.
He doesn't have a TV. Okay, good.
And he's not really thinking that the kid's going to cross the road. Because he chopped his nuts off right before they buried him.
I don't think he did, Jackie.
Yes, he did. He was like, "I don't want that reanimated corpse coming across the road. If I chop his nuts off, he'll stay on his own property."
Yeah.
I mean, he's already dead, you know. It's not like it's going to hurt him. I mean, they mostly came off when he got hit by that truck on 90, you know. So I'll just clean him up a little bit.
No, scraped off the road what I could, put it in this coffee can. Take it up there. That cemetery.
So the cops drive by while Lewis is digging him up, and so he hides in the grave. Why are the cops there? Doesn't matter. He gets Gage dug up, and Denise Crosby's having a nightmare on the flight, and she looks over, and Pascal's fucking sitting there enjoying a cocktail and an in-flight movie.
Yeah.
Because he has to fly back to Maine from Chicago. He can't just fly like spooky ghosts fly. Like, woo, I'm hovering above the ground, woo, at a very fast speed.
But he has to he can only do a one-handed flight because he has to hold his brain in.
Yeah, the velocity makes it really tough.
Why would that affect the velocity? Or are you saying that he can't look cool? He can't use both hands like Superman.
Yeah.
He's got to
Suck
do the
his
one
brain
hand.
out.
Because his brain flap is just distracting, so he just holds it. Plus, it gets dried out.
If he
So
doesn't,
if he doesn't hold it stuffy, when he gets to the wherever he's going, he has to put a bunch of Vaseline on his brain.
Right, ghost Vaseline.
Yeah.
Right. Crandall falls asleep on his porch because he's been drinking beers all day. Whiskey, apparently. And so he's out there while Lewis is conducting his activities. And he's now got Gage, and he's climbing up the mountain. And the mountain appears to be trying to stop him. Or some force is trying to stop him because it's going raw.
I can't tell if it's calling him
There's a
or...
Sasquatch out here.
I thought it was Pascal.
Well, it can't be calling him because it knocks trees over in his path.
But then Pascal says later, like, it's calling him.
No, he tells Denise Crosby to stop. You can't go. If she was to go there, she would be stopping the whole thing.
Yeah, it's contradictory.
Yeah, because the spirits are also trying to stop her from getting there.
To stop him from burying his child.
But they're stopping him from, these spirits are confused.
They're very confused. They've been drinking whiskey across the street all day.
Got some whiskey here.
All right, so yeah, she rents a car, it blows out and crashes, and Pascal's like, it's trying to stop you. I don't get it. Then she gets a ride from one of the truckers who now has decided to not drive at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's driving slow now that someone has somewhere to be.
The deed is done, though. Gage has awoken.
Yep.
And he's come home. And he gets a scalpel.
Yep.
He goes into his own house, goes upstairs while his dad is passed out on the bed, opens up his doctor bag, and pulls out a scalpel that's sealed in a case.
Mm-hmm.
Either by being the reanimated dead, this kid learned where his dad keeps all his tools, or his dad already told him, hey, in case you were ever the reanimated dead and need a scalpel, I keep it in my medical bag.
Yeah.
I'm 3. I don't know what a scalpel is, but thank you for that information.
Sure.
I will use that potentially moving forward in life.
He also can speak Spanish now.
Right. And telekinesis. And, oh my God. So he goes across the street to Crandall's. I don't know why he doesn't kill his dad.
Judd.
It's Crandall, Jackie.
I love the word. I love that his name, Judd.
Why?
I just do.
Huh, okay. He goes inside. There's footprints everywhere. Judd wakes up.
Yeah.
And he's like, is that you, Gage? You better not be at my house as the reanimated dead, you little bastard. I'll fucking cut your nuts off.
He already did that. He's like, oh, I guess it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'll just pull out my pocket knife. Hey, Gage, I got something for you. Come on in here. If things go right for Judd,
yeah,
he's going to have a knife fight with a baby.
It's one he thinks he can win.
Right?
But at the same time, this is where it starts to not make sense. I'm on board. Like, I don't think that any of this is nonsensical until just now.
Okay.
Like, this is when it stops making sense to me, because he's been killing these people that live across the street with the pet cemetery for years now in lieu of watching television.
Okay, sure.
So he should really be prepared. This is like the eventuality. This is the crescendo. This is sort of the climax of his picture, is when the undead baby comes back across the street, and he should be ready for this more than the pocket knife. He's like, oh, and he's sleeping, and there's a shotgun next to him, and then it just cuts to the next scene, which is him throwing 2 halves of a dead baby on the floor at Lewis's house and going, got some whiskey here.
The kid's under the bed, though. Doesn't go as planned. And he chops his tendon, which causes Judd to go, ow, fall to the ground, even though most of his foot has come off.
Yeah.
He falls to the ground, and then baby Gage cuts him in the face like the Joker, and then latches onto his neck and eats his head.
Kisses his neck gently.
It's hilarious looking.
There was no way to do this.
There's no way. Chucky doesn't look that stupid.
Because it's a doll.
Well,
this
I guess
is
Chucky
a real
also
big.
doesn't
This is
bite people.
Like a real, probably 5-year-old who looks like he's 3, going in to
resuscitate a man,
bite his neck off.
Right,
and it doesn't work because his head's not big. And he's just like, gentle kisses. Hi, Grandpa. Like, to death.
It's hilarious. Denise Crosby, she pulls up. And she gets called over to Judd's by the spirits?
The spirits, yeah.
Or her sister?
Now also has the power of illusion.
No, or is... Yeah. Who calls her over there? Is it...
He's
Gage?
laughing.
Yeah, it's Gage.
Yeah, he's laughing and she can hear him, so she goes over there.
No. And when she's outside, she hears an adult voice going, Rachel, come
It's her
over.
sister.
So Gage also knows now
Yeah,
about...
her past,
Okay.
and he also has the powers of illusion.
Yeah.
Right.
Make you
All
see
right.
things.
Okay. All right, fine. Whatever.
It's all the peyote that was in the
It
dirt.
makes sense to you, Sam, the reanimated dead having illusion
Yeah, I'm
powers.
just not seeing how, at this point, Judd Crandall isn't the slayer of all things undead because he's been doing this for so long.
It should also be mentioned that Pascal just takes off with the trucker.
Yeah.
They pull off. Okay, see ya. My work
See
here
ya.
is done, said the brain ghost.
Mhm.
Okay, bye.
And then he can finally appear to the trucker. He's like, I got some short gym shorts on here, and this is a long road. And I've already halfway there, if you know what I mean.
My brain is out, too.
And then,
Don't worry about that part.
Yeah, that's when he switches tapes to Diana Ross, and things really start to happen in the cab of that truck.
No lot lizards. So she goes into the bedroom, and her sister's there, but it's not her sister. It's Gage and his powers of illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And he's being a little dick.
And when he reveals himself as baby Gage, it's amazing.
So you buried your kid in a velvet dress, huh?
And a top hat
Top hat.
and a cane. And it's
Yeah.
not even like your it's not like a top hat that fancy guys, tuxedo men would wear. It's like the Mad Hatter's top hat.
Or Lord Fauntleroy or something.
Yeah,
Just
he's dressed like Lord Fauntleroy. The fuck?
I thought he looked really dashing.
He's a zombie, Jackie.
Oh, he looks so cute.
And he is still walking around with his cane, which
Yeah.
means he brought his cane down from his grave. No, he either had to go back to his cane and get his top hat and his cane,
When he gets everybody...
or Lewis carried his top hat and his cane up to the top of the
Yeah.
mountain and bury him in it.
He did. He's like, you're going to put on a little show, my little man? And Cage's endgame is when everybody's dead, finally. He's going to set him up as if it's a theater and then do some nice tap dancing for them.
Right. I got something in my pocket for you. Mommy, I brought you something. It's a scalpel. And we hear her scream. Okay. Lewis wakes up across the street. He eats some serious fucking shit when he wakes up.
We rewound this. It was so
Yeah.
awesome.
This actor's face. Woof.
He did admirably.
I am surprised his head didn't come apart.
I'm surprised he didn't grab at his face.
Yeah. He intentionally grabbed at his shoulder so they would keep shooting.
Bleed profusely all over the place. He nails the corner of his end
Nightstand.
table. Yeah, his nightstand.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
4 minutes after they stopped shooting this shot, his head he had a goose egg.
Yeah.
This was bad.
He sees the footprints in his room, baby Gage's footprints, and the dad-in-law calls, and he's like, I want to talk to my daughter, and your daughter wants to talk to my daughter because she dreamed that her mommy died. And he's like, I can't talk right now. So he goes downstairs to the basement, and the phone rings again, but this time it's baby Gage. Daddy, I want to play.
He knows how to use the phone now.
Does he? No, he's still across the street, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he would call from Crandall's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he knows how to use the phone. This isn't like some superpower where he can make the phone ring upon itself
He could
from inside the
be,
house.
But he could just also be on the other side of the phone.
Yeah.
Which either way, he's pretty good with a phone
All
At
right.
3 years old.
At
for an
3 years old.
undead baby.
Yeah, for an undead baby. Okay. So Lewis is like, I've had enough of this shit. I'm taking things into my own hands. And so he juices up his needles, his doctor syringes. He goes across the street, and Church is there, and Church is like, and he's like, here, have a fucking steak, kitty. And then he grabs the kitty and jabs him with the needle and injects him with the death poison.
No, you got to do it.
What?
It's Thanksgiving
Today-
for cats.
Today is Thanksgiving for cats. But only if they're dead.
But only if they're dead.
That's his Chuck Norris line of the movie.
What?
Today is Thanksgiving for cats, but only if they're dead.
Huh.
And then as this cat dies, You can clearly see that he never had his balls cut off, even though he went to the vet.
You can also clearly see that this cat is drug off its fucking ass.
Yeah, they put this cat on the roofies.
Yeah, it is loving it.
I thought for sure he was going to shoot it right in the butthole,
Uh,
but then he kind of turned the needle and
Yeah, that's what they were going to do with this movie. It's Thanksgiving for cats that are dead, and you're taking this one in the keister, you son of a bitch.
that's right.
should Church have died?
I don't really see why.
I don't really see why either.
Yeah, the only person that Church didn't like was him.
Now, I know very little about cats, but it seems like the worst thing that Church did this entire movie is throw a dead rat at him while he's in the bathtub.
Which cats will do?
Yeah, your mom used to have a cat, and it brought in a dead bunny's head and put it in
No,
your
it was
bed.
the whole
didn't it?
bunny missing a head.
Yeah, missing a head. Put it in fucking bed.
Yeah, no, this is just cats just do this shit.
Yeah, they're disgusting dead critter animals.
They're like, I got you dinner. Here's your dinner. You're like, thanks, cat. It's goddamn 3 a.m. Covered in dead bunny now. Thank you.
So he goes inside, and he sees the place is all dirty. Like it's like growed over with like moss and dirt and
Yeah.
swamp and
There's a swamp in there. There's moss. The chairs have been ripped up by a giant beast.
Mm-hmm.
Because of baby illusion powers
Baby illusion powers.
that don't
Undead baby.
that don't do anything. Like, what are you doing here, Gage?
Yeah.
Like, whoa, are you trying? If you're gonna scare him, be an undead baby.
Maybe he's drunk.
He's like, look at what I can do.
Yeah.
The
Like-
baby or Lewis?
The baby. Gage was like, I've heard, because he learns how to use phone. He can speak Spanish now. He's got all these other powers. And he's like, I heard he's got some whiskey over here.
But it's James Babeem.
Yep.
All right, so it's all an illusion. He finds Crandall upstairs in the bedroom, and then he finds Denise Crosby, who was
Hung because he's got super strength.
Right, he's got super strength now, and also never cut her.
Just hung her.
Took the time to bonk her,
And
make a noose,
Yeah.
go into the attic,
Yeah.
put one hand up in the rafters, then drag the body up into the attic,
Yeah.
then unconquer.
No, she's still knocked out, sitting on there. If he doesn't open this up, she makes it.
She's fine?
Yeah, she's not dead until just now.
Okay. Well, he opens the door and she's dead. Okay. All right. Good job. And then Baby Gage dives on him and they have a fight.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. It's a man wrestling a baby.
This baby can fly, though.
Right. Yeah. It flies at him, too.
It's
Yeah.
not-
He's got flight powers.
It's a perfectly straight angle. It's flight.
It's amazing. Oh, my God. But then he like pushes the kid down and injects him. And the baby's like, not fair, Daddy, not fair. And then he goes and walks over and eats shit.
Yeah, the kid falls down and hits it. Too many people hit their head in the making of this movie.
And then the dad gasses the house, douses
Yeah.
the whole place, and torches it. Leaves Baby Gage inside, who then
Uh-huh.
catches on fire, and but brings Denise Crosby out.
Yep. Hasn't learned his lesson.
Also leaves Judd inside as well.
See, I think this doesn't make sense either, because if I was him, I would probably wake Judd up and not burn the place down.
Right.
Because that keeps the free whiskey and beer going.
Uh-huh.
Even if he does hit you with a head with a shovel every once in a while.
So and then Pascal comes back. He's like, "Don't do it, man! Don't do it! Don't do it! No!
Yeah.
Woo, 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 woo." And he takes her up to the mountain and he buries her. And she comes back straight at midnight, which I don't know if that's significant.
I don't think it is.
He set an alarm specifically for midnight.
Like he
She's-
knows the pattern now.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
But now she's all grody.
Yeah.
She's all bloody and stuff.
She fell down the hill.
And her face has come apart.
She's got a gooey eye.
Yeah, this was gross.
Why?
And then they start making out.
Yeah. But she stabs him because
Maybe.
that's just what it is.
Cue the Ramones.
Yeah, I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. Why is her face grody?
She fell down the hill.
Coming down?
Yeah, she doesn't have a flashlight.
Coming
That's the mistake
down
he's
the
made.
mountain.
He thinks has the time to between dead and burying that actually has a consequence. It's you're burying these people up there and you're not giving them a flashlight
Oh.
to come back with. They're tripping and eating shit. And by the time they get down this hill, they're fucked up and pissed off.
Sound theory, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens next? Like the little girl and
What now?
the grandparents come back and then she kills all of them and then she just lives this really shitty zombie existence in this house and nobody notices?
Well, there's two paths we could go down here.
Sure.
She stabs him. She doesn't stab him. I'm of the mind that she stabs him because I think this movie is telling us that if you have a reanimated undead, it's evil and it's going to stab everybody. So where does she go next? Does she go like, I'm undead wife? Does she walk all the way to Chicago to take out the family, or does she start going on a trucker killing rampage?
I think it's neither of the two.
Mm-hmm.
That when she finally gets to kill somebody, she takes him up to the pet cemetery.
Okay, all right.
And then they're back to being soulmates that are evil again.
And then they just live in that house?
They kill other people and then take them back to the pet cemetery.
Oh, so they take over for Crandall.
This is just like the slowest zombie takeover because it involves bringing them back to the pet cemetery. So the second that anybody figures out that they're zombies, they get wiped out immediately.
Or waiting for somebody to get hit by a truck, which is probably actually pretty frequent. That's like once a day.
Frequent, yeah.
Right. So once a day, zombie army increase.
Eventually, they'll have enough to get wiped out in about 10 minutes.
Right. I'm down with that. What's Pascal's deal? Why does he even give a shit? He's a spooky ghost that got hit by a truck. He was not saved by this guy who is a medical doctor who didn't even bother to do anything.
No.
Why does he care? He has no relation to the pet cemetery in any way.
Well, he says that the doctor tried to save him, so he's trying to save the doctor.
But he didn't.
He
And
doesn't
I thought
know that.
he was being snarky when he said it,
that.
like, "Oh, you fucking tried to save me, Buster. Now I'm gonna haunt your ass because you suck at being a doctor." But then he goes through all these links and like flies to Chicago and helps her get a rental car.
One last trip to Chicago.
What? Just go float and be a ghost, be a spooky ghost. Go boo 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 boo, and like do whatever, or go up to heaven. Your job is done. You don't have any vested interest in this family whatsoever, buddy.
Yeah, and obviously he's not listening to you.
Right.
Maybe he needs the powers of illusion.
Ooh.
That way he's not a ghost that has half of his brain coming out and half of his penis coming up in his gym shorts.
Yeah.
What happened to Judd's dog?
He buried it again.
Yeah, you skipped the part of coming back evil, and he said that it sort of died the second time, but he never really like.
He said it died peacefully.
I thought when he said he returned.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shovel. Right.
Yeah, peacefully means the dog had his back turned and he brained him.
I brained it the fuck out of that dog. Great dog. Great dog. But man, it was covered in blood and smelled really bad, so I just brained it.
How peaceful? It's just as peaceful as your cat went the first time.
Was it like eating people? No, it was mostly just knocking stuff over.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. I heard about Timmy Bunton. He was knocking stuff over, and I heard that was a real bad deal. So I didn't want a dog to knock stuff over, so I brained it with a shovel.
That doesn't sound peaceful. It's peaceful fine if you name your shovel peaceful. Got some whiskey here.
All right, final recommendations on Pet Sematary. Jackie, it's your pick. Why don't you go first?
I'm giving it a do.
Yeah.
I like this movie. I'm entertained by it. Yes, it's really stupid, but it has its scary moments.
Oh.
When Church jumps out when he first gets back from the pet cemetery.
This cat's jumping out of the cupboard is not scary at all, Jackie.
It's always scary.
No, it is not.
I am going to give it a do. I haven't seen it since I was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was scary.
Well,
I'm not really sure why I did that. But this is laugh out loud funny.
I also give it a do. It is streaming on Amazon Prime right now, I should mention, for free. I fucking love this movie.
It's
hilarious.
hilarious.
It's awesome. I think it's hilarious. It is so bad, so stupid. Like just anything over the top acting, just memorable lines. Crandall's character is just enough to show up for just for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Undead Zombie Baby at the end is hilarious as well. So definite do. go back, revisit Pet Sematary. We may eventually get to Pet Sematary 2 because I've also heard it stinks.
Ugh.
We got some listener email from good listener Jack.
Hello, Jack.
He says, I have a question about Phenomenon.
Don't
This week, brought to you by Bad Science. George Malley keeps talking about all these new ideas he has to advance science throughout the movie. However, we never actually see any of these new ideas in the movie. Everything we see him do is already known, and he could learn it from a book. So like the fucking shit-powered gas car, the methane-powered car. That was already invented in the fucking 70s. He didn't come up with all... Yeah. There's like some solar power.
It's all stuff that he only learns from books.
Right. I think the tumor actually turned him into a hippie. Because he says everything is made of living energy, explains his telekinesis as trading energy with plastic glasses, and talks about a lot of one with the universe kind of stuff. Everything he discusses that isn't a part of already established knowledge is along that line. My question: when scientists look over his writings, will they actually work, or will they be utter nonsense?
I think it's just as you said in the beginning of the email. They're like, this is just shit that we already wrote down.
Right, but would it even be legible? Or would it just be like, let's give the movie the benefit of the doubt here. And maybe I'm interpreting Jack's question wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, Jack. But let's say the movie he is super genius. He is amazing genius. Uh-huh. And these things aren't already invented. Sure. Or they are, and who cares? He doesn't know. He's just an idiot. He's reinventing things that have already been invented. Would he be able to write them down in a manner that could be read by professionals? Or would it just be things jumping all over the place? Nonsense.
The memoirs of Charlie Day.
Right, exactly.
Just
yeah.
Pictures of the sun,
right.
Things that are written down that only one person can understand.
It could be genius, or it could just be utter bullshit.
It could be worse.
Right.
It could be the notes that I leave around my house. Because they're very groundbreaking when I write them down. But when I find them, I don't even know what the hell I was thinking about. Right. And so I think that's where these notebooks are such that if he didn't die, if he was to come back and revisit them a year and a half, he's like, I don't remember what I was thinking. I only wrote down half of what I was thinking here, and I don't remember the other half of this.
This note just says half dragon, half car. That
yes.
doesn't. What is that? I don't know what that means. Is it awesome? Yeah.
Fire coming out of the headlights, I think.
What is this? Yeah, utter nonsense. He also says, Justin, thank you for your pick of Friday the 13th, Part 5. I had never seen any of them before. Surprising. And this gave me an excuse to watch them all. It's like Pokemon. Concerning Part 9, you guys need to see it, which is Jason Goes to Hell, which is the one that we have professed to have never seen.
Yeah, the first Miramax.
Yeah. It was one of my favorites while watching the series. It's got the best score since Part 4, a hilariously nonsensical plot, and some very hammy acting. It's probably not worth an episode, but still a great watch. Feel free to take some of my Patreon money to rent it on Amazon or buy a DVD. I would have absolutely no problem with you guys doing it. Get to the blood bank, he says.
Oh.
Ooh.
Good email, Jack. On streaming do's and don'ts this week, we've got 3. Jackie and I watched these. On Stars, 2 are a pair. Chucky 1 and not Chucky 1, Chucky 2 and Chucky 3, because for some reason Chucky 1 is not on Stars.
The original Child's Play?
Yeah, Child's Play 2 and 3. With obviously Brad Dourif is the voice of Chucky. Jackie, why don't we start with you? These were the first time you'd ever seen these.
I am going to say that I think I might be a Chucky fan.
Oh, I'm a huge Chucky fan.
I don't know. Every time I watch one of these, I'm entertained. Mm-hmm. I super like it. It's ridiculous.
But there's something not ridiculous about it. I mean, like whereas Jason is just so one-dimensional as a character because he's just an unstoppable killing machine. That's it.
Sure.
And it's all the other silly bullshit around Jason that makes the film entertaining. Chucky himself is entertaining.
Yeah, he's funny.
Mm-hmm.
He has cute sayings, and I guess they're not cute, but
don't fuck with the Chuck.
Yeah, don't fuck with the Chuck. And when he says those type of things, you just start laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And
you kind of root for Chucky.
Yeah, I really like the Chucky series. I really liked both these movies.
Chucky 2 is the one, to remind everybody, where at the final climactic scene, Chucky they fight at the Chucky factory, the good guy dolls factory. So they have to fight around all these other good guy dolls that are being manufactured and machinery that are happening. It's a blast. And the whole time Chucky's also waxing the guys who build Chucky dolls, which is pretty fun, and trying to get at Andy Barclay again so that he can swap souls with him from Chucky doll to an actual boy. I don't really know why Chucky has to be in Andy. Like, why a little boy? Why can't he be like pin down a homeless guy and be like, "Give me the power, I beg of you"?
Give me the power, I beg of you.
Yeah, that's what he says when he tries to do the soul
Yeah.
swap.
Would you want to be a bum?
Well, it's
Or a
better
rich
than being a
kid.
little. Oh, rich kid. That's not bad.
Yeah, Rich Kid would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually. Yeah. Okay, I see that all tied up.
Yeah.
Then Chucky 3 takes place at a
Military.
military school, military academy,
Mhm.
which was different for a horror movie. Like an odd setting. There was like even some like Full Metal Jacket undertones to it. Like not heavy undertones. I mean, like, it's a Chucky movie, let's be honest, but some like military academy abuse type stuff going
Sure.
on.
Mhm.
I also really like Chucky 3.
I did too.
And it's one of the lowest rated ones of them all.
Huh.
In fact, Brad Reeve said that is my least favorite Chucky movie.
Huh.
I thought it was great. So watch them both. That from me and Jackie.
Yep.
4 is Bride of Chucky, right?
Yes, Bride of Chucky is the next one. Now there's there's a Son of Chucky that happens after Bride of Chucky that I didn't even know about.
I didn't know about that one either.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the only one I haven't seen.
can't wait to see both of those.
Yeah. Last but not least is a follow-up to a previous episode. It's Ghoulies 2 on Epix. Got to that, and I liked it a lot. Charles Band production. The Ghoulies are back.
They're at a circus.
Yeah, well,
Carnival.
sort of. Carnival.
Carnival.
I guess that's what. If you've got the Gravitron, are you a carnival?
The fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a stationary fair. They don't move around.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's
That's
the
why they all have
fair?
semi trucks and shit.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. The fair's a carnival, though.
Yeah.
That's why they're still called carnies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It was really hard to root for any carnies. I just wanted the Ghoulies to kill them all.
Is carny a derogatory term?
I don't know,
I wonder.
but I don't like carnies. I think they're
Whether it's derogatory or not, you sons of bitches.
What
Fuck
about
you,
Are you
carnies.
sure? I liked the carnies in this movie. I thought everybody was really fun. It was just the head guy that you didn't want to root for, the guy that owns the accountant, Donald Trump Jr., as it were. That's who he made me think of because he was just a little asshole that needed to be punched, or eaten by ghoulies. Yeah, they go into they live in a haunted house type thing of the carnival, and it's a very elaborate haunted house, and the carnival is struggling to get financing or sell tickets until one day some people come in and see somebody getting eaten by a ghoulie, and they're like, wow, what amazing effects, we got to tell everybody in town. And then it's the most popular show where everybody gets eaten at by ghoulies.
yeah, it's the two little kids, and they get puked on, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit!"
This is amazing. I thought Ghoulies 2 was funner than Ghoulies 1.
Oh, it was definitely funner.
Mhm.
I think it was supposed to be more funny.
Yeah.
I like the first one better,
Really? Okay.
but
you're
I
gonna
liked them both. I'd give them both the due.
Yeah, Ghoulies is 2 for 2 with us. Good work, Charles Band. So check both of those out. I have Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College on DVD, so we might be doing that for an episode at some point.
Quick.
All right, next Quick
Pick.
is my Pwick. I am going to be doing. We're gonna bust down a barrier here.
A barrier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the barrier to the North Main land shark.
that's a
Right.
beaver dam,
Yeah.
Justin. Get it
We're
right.
crossing the barrier, guys.
Leave a dam up there.
We're crossing the barrier into M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh. So you're breaking all the rules because
Right.
they're all over 2 hours and they suck.
Lady in the Water is the only one that's under 2 hours. So we are doing Lady in the Water, starring Paul Giamatti and Jennifer Connelly, I believe.
Mm.
And,
Wasn't what's her face in it too? The Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard.
no
she's,
shit.
she's the lady in the water.
She might be the lady in the water.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Got some whiskey, yeah.
Yeah, got some whiskey.
I got some whiskey, yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.
Wow.